are 5 sentences given in the argument, and there is a conclusion, and say the conclusion is only one thing, so it is anything, uh, only one. Okay, so you are taking everything into your consideration. You are taking one first, uh, and then you are mixing this with two, and it is and you are checking whether uh, the inference rule is applicable or not. Okay, say you are getting one result. Okay, fine. So the thing is something here, and you are taking another one. Okay, and you are getting uh, the inference rule and getting a result. It is also working fine, and you are taking 5, say, okay, not 4, and you see, okay, this is also the expected result what we want. Actually, this is the thing. Now if it is the conclusion is a star and this is also star, so now you see, okay, I did not use number 4, I did not use that, but without that sentence or that fact given, with other things the result is coming, result is already there. So can you say the argument is valid or not? This is Adib's question. So I said no, you cannot, because you have to consider all the statements given, all the facts given. So this is star. Now one thing is left. So what will happen? It is a star and one thing is left. That one is actually number 5. Now this is your thing, right? Isn't it, Adif? No, not
Yes,
5. Sorry, not 5. Sorry, 5 is
four.
already taken. 4 was left. So now you are taking 4 because you need to take everything given. So you are taking 4, and you are again thinking, okay, what will happen now? So what will happen now, Adif? Do you have any idea what will be the next line?
I mean, depending on the inference rule it falls, it might be star or not. Maybe
Yes.
something else. Yes, sir.
No. Okay, I'm not sure. What did you say?
Like it, like depending on the inference rule, it might be star, it might be four, or any something else. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. It might be star or might be 4. So what is that rule name? That rule name is inference rule. You can write after this, you can write just star. You can take only star. Because we already know P and Q. This is in the left side. So you can write only P. Possible. If it is not suitable, if Q is suitable, then you will write, okay, only Q. That is also possible. So you consider number 4, and then it will be star again. Then you will say, okay, this is the conclusion. So actually it is coming valid, fine. But you have to consider, you cannot say I did not take everything, but I will just take something and then the result will be come. No, you consider everything, and ultimately you will get the conclusion. If it is possible that the result is coming with 1, 2, 3, and 5, then with 4 also it will come, because whatever you have in 4, maybe inside 4 there is a big thing, maybe inside 4 there is not a implies a C or many things, does not matter. This whole thing will be gone. Just you will write star whatever you have in the star, so that will come, because this is the simplification rule. It is called simplification rule, right? So this is the explanation of Adib's question. And now about Ashikur Rahman or everyone, I can do another problem. Let us see the questions I shared with you in the module, that is a JPG file from your book. Okay. So again, Adif was asking some questions. So this thing came into my mind. So what I have written, today is Monday, full stop. Then if it is Sunday, I did not write Monday. Okay. If it is Sunday, then I go to school. Today I am at school. If I am in school, I play football. If I do not do swimming, I come back to market. Therefore, it is a Monday today. It is a Monday, or it is Monday. So what do you think about, actually Adif is saying something which is related to this situation. So what do you understand about this? There is many things, blah 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 blah, many things. But there is one sentence which is today is Monday, and this is the same conclusion, today is Monday. So actually the whole thing will be valid. The whole argument will be valid. Why whole argument will be valid? Because there is one sentence, it is sentence number one, okay, and this is sentence number two, and today I am at school, this is sentence number three. If I am school, play football, this is sentence number four, and I do not do swimming, I come back to school, it is sentence number five. So there are five sentences. So actually you will do the variable list and write down the sentences in logical way. Then you consider one by one. Sorry. So one, whatever one and two will come. So you can write one possible, right? And then in the next line, one and three you will write, and then you will write one. You got my point? And then this is the simplification rule. And you add 4 with that, that is and 4. And in the next line, you will write 1 again. So again, 1 and 5. So you will write again 1. So this is the conclusion. Fine. So this is valid. So what about the school or
Yes, sir, in the
mark?
last one, 1 and 5, I can use 5.
Yes, you can use 5. You can use, yes.
Sir,
So the
sir,
thing
that's fine.
is, okay, so why you use that? Because that will not go to any decision. I mean, if you see that, if you write P and Q, and P can be your answer or Q can be your answer. So if you see that if I write P, then the argument is valid, and without using P, just consciously you are using Q, and you are saying no, argument is not valid, then it's not, I mean, acceptable, right? You got my point. You
Yes,
already
sir.
know, if you already know that if you use P, then there is a solution coming, there is something good. So you consciously you are not taking that, you are taking the other thing which is not useful. So this is not acceptable, but logically it is possible. So in this type of argument, if there is one fact which is already given exactly the same thing, and uh, this is exactly in the conclusion thing, so what about the other things you have here, the whole argument will be always valid, right? So this is another example. And if you think about uh, the questions here, say, let me go. to the question and let me see. So this I mean scan page from your book, actually it is shared in the Moodle, so you can just check it there. So okay, so the thing is there are some questions, say number A, 2A. So what is 2A? Kangaroos live in Australia and are marsupials. So marsupial is some kind of special mammal, okay? Uh, Therefore, kangaroos are marsupials. So this is the argument given. So therefore, then the conclusion, and there are some facts given before therefore. Okay. So what are the facts given? Actually, you see one sentence, but you can think of different variables here, right? Different sentence also. You can think kangaroos live in Australia and kangaroos are marsupials. So marsupial is one variable, living in Australia is another variable, right? So we can kangaroo marsupial. Okay. So let us go back to the writing screen. Let us go back to the writing screen. Okay. So what will happen here? Okay, let me write the question if I can remember. Kangaroos live in Australia and are marsupials. Okay. Uh, Therefore, kangaroos are marsupials. So it is very simple to understand. It will be valid because one fact is kangaroos are marsupials. So the same fact is coming here. Kangaroos are marsupials. So how you will do that? I mean, in the exam, if you really want to show that the argument is valid, then how you will do that? You will do that like, okay, the variables are, say, one variable a you will write living in, sorry, Australia. So this is one thing, and B is uh,
Being marsupials.
being marsupials. Okay, yes, it is correct. Being marsupials. So it is correct. You can write marsupial means one kind of mammal. Okay, and number C is not necessary. C is just that marsupial. Okay, the same thing. So the premises here. Premises you can write. Premises are A, that is one. And if you want to write number two, then you will write uh, B, right? So it is very simple, A and B. If you write no, I have only one thing, and it is A and B. That is also correct. Okay. So what is the condition here? Yeah, conclusion. So conclusion here is only B. Conclusion is only B. So you can write, okay. So A and B we have, that is the premises, uh, maybe number one or maybe one and two together, does not matter. So you can write A, possible, or you can write B. That is something and something. You will write only one thing. So only one which is useful, which is necessary for the situation. So in this case, you will take B because B is the conclusion. So if you take B and then it is the conclusion, then fine, you will say, okay, the argument is valid. So it is very simple and one line thing actually. So how you are writing B, you can mention the name, the mention is simplification. That's it. So this is uh, very simple. Okay, maybe in the exam I will not give fact is marsupial, and this is the same thing in the conclusion. So it is very, very simple thing. But this is how we do. Let us go back to that screen again. Okay, let me check. আমি নিজেও ভুলে গেছি, let me check আর কি কোশ্চেন আছে। Okay, let me check what are the other questions we have. So, okay, number B, it is either hotter than 100 degrees today, or the pollution is dangerous. It is less than 100 degrees outside today, therefore the pollution is dangerous. So what you can say? You want to do B, 2B? So
Okay, sir.
2B টা একটু ভালো করে দেখে রাখো, আমি ওখানে গিয়ে আবার লিখি তাহলে বইলো। So let me just copy the question. What is 2B? It is either hotter than 100 degrees today, or the pollution is dangerous. So let me go back. It is less than 100 degrees outside today. Okay. রাখছো এটা স্ক্রিনশট বা কিছু একটা?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me go back and then okay. So let me write the question again. What was written? It is more
Either
than, oh, it is either
hotter than
hotter than 100 degrees today, right?
yes, sir. Or the
Or
pollution is dangerous.
the pollution is dangerous,
It is less than 100 degrees
less than 100 degrees. Therefore,
outside today. Sir,
100 degrees.
100 degrees outside today.
Okay, 100 degrees outside today.
Today.
Okay,
Therefore, the
there
pollution is dangerous.
the pollution is dangerous. So this is the argument given. So again, in the same way, you uh, prepare the variable list first. Okay, so variable list. So today we cannot really start the new chapter anyway. So variable list, say A, B, C or X, Y, Z, P, Q, R, it's up to you, no problem. Say A. A is hotter than 100 degree today. So let me just write this, hotter than 100 degree. Okay. And B. B is pollution is dangerous. So it is B. Okay. Pollution is dangerous. Okay. And then it is less than 100 degrees. So C is less. Okay. We can write another one less than 100 degree. We can also write not A. Not A is what? Maybe equal to 100 degree possible. So you can apply another variable, or you can write not A. Uh, let me write another variable. Let me see what happens. Okay, less than 100 degree is another variable. Okay, so the therefore pollution dangerous, it is B already, so no problem. Now premises. So if you think about the premises one by one, what is the number one premises? So it is just uh, A XOR A XOR B. A XOR B. This is your A, number one. And number two is C. And the conclusion is B. So these are the given facts. Now start to check, and you start with number one. Okay, so number one is A XOR B. Okay, so A XOR B. Now, how can you use the inference rule, or how can you simplify this? What is your next line? What you can write in the next line? A XOR B means what? A, B, both possible, not. Maybe A or maybe B. That is the thing, right? So in the inference rules we gave, there is nothing directly from XOR, right? So you can write something
So can we
A.
use logical equivalence system?
Yes, you can. You can use any laws, anything. So
Okay.
if you think about like not A and B,
Yes, sir.
right? Or
Not and
maybe A and not B, that is possible. So uh, what you can write. The next one is C, or you can consider not B, not A. Sorry, not A. The next one is
Can we
actually
consider B?
no. B is pollution dangerous. This is different. About third one,
Sorry.
you can think it is not A. Okay. So in mathematics, actually, it is different. If you think not A means not hotter than 100 degree. So not hotter than is not less than. Not hotter than means maybe equal to 100 degree or less than 100 degree. So in the sentence, it is written less than 100 degree. So less than means not A. It is correct, but partially correct. It is not always correct. You got my point? So that is why I thought C. But maybe in the book, actually, they thought A, the same thing. So if you think A, fine, then the last one will be not A. But that is not main problem. Main problem is how can you move after this? If you apply not A, next sentence, then maybe you can do the calculation with not A. I mean, if I think that this is not a separate variable, the second sentence is not A. If you think like that, then you can do some calculation here, logical calculation. It is like not A and B, or A and not B, then bracket again, and not A is the second sentence. So you can apply this in the distributive law. This is called distributive law, right? Distributive law, you can apply not A with the first part and not A with the second part. Okay. So if you apply this, then you will write not A and B and not A. Okay, this will be the first thing. And then or, then A and not B and not A. Second thing. And for this, not a two times, you do not need two times, write not A and B. And there is or. Within the second part, you have A and not A. So A and not A means what? What is A and not A? What will be the result for this?
Sir, 1.
So
No,
or something.
not one.
Uh,
0, sir.
Yes, always false. If it is
Yes, sir.
or then one, it is zero.
Yes, sir.
So in this case, it is false and not B. So what is false and not B?
so that will also be false.
না, not B যদি true হয়,
Not B.
False and true, false. Sir.
False or
Yeah,
true? The true.
no,
False or true.
Yeah, he is right. Yes, it is false.
This
Yes,
is and.
yes, it is
So
N. Yes, no, he is right. He is right. He is correct. So it is false actually, right? This is false. Yes, correct. So what you can write now? What you can write now? Something or false. Something or false. So this something will come as the result, isn't it?
yes, sir. Because it depends on that. If it's true, then
Yes.
true.
Then
If it's false,
this will be the result. If it is false, then this will be the result. So
yes, sir.
so it is like P or false. So P or false is P. Okay, so this is your result. Now what you can write? You can write not A or you can write B. Possible. Any one you can take, right?
Yes, sir. So we can take B and
So you
match it
can
with
take B
conclusion.
and that will be the conclusion.
B.
So that will
Yes,
be the
sir.
conclusion, and then you will say, okay, the argument is